Hello everyone and welcome to the live coverage of the SpaceX Falcon Heavy carrying the carrying the USSF-67 mission for the USS Space Force. Hello everyone, you're joining live, and yes, we're going to be covering here the launch. I'm sorry if I was not covering a lot of videos. Especially, I was just able to put one video, which was the SpaceX Falcon 9 Transporter 6 mission recap video, and also some short videos, because I was kind of sick, but now I'm better, so we're back here with the Falcon Heavy, so we can see back the monstrosity of the roar of the Falcon Heavy. So, I'm pretty excited to watch today's live stream. So let me just try to get this. Okay, this is the maximum. Okay, let me just. Okay, is that better? Okay, that's probably better. Let's I'm just here troubleshooting some audio, but I think it looks good. Let me hear in the chat if everything is looking good. So as I said, this is the USS Space Force 67 mission. It's going to be riding on today's Falcon Heavy rocket from the Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center, and I so happen to have some little details about today's mission, so let's take a look at that. So there we go. So let's take a look now at the details of the Falcon Heavy of So continuing on here, let me just go to the SpaceX website. Okay. Okay, what? Okay. So SpaceX is starting Sunday, January 15th at 5:56 p.m. Um Eastern time or 22:56 UTC for the Falcon Heavy's launch of of the USSF-67 mission to a geosynchronous Earth orbit from Launch Complex 39A. Following booster separation, the Falcon Heavy's two side core boosters will be landing at Landing Zone 1 and Landing Zone 2, or LZ1 or in LZ2 at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. The official live coverage of SpaceX will begin about 15 minutes prior to liftoff. As you can see right here, I already have it nice and pulled so we can watch together as SpaceX launches this monstrosity of a rocket. So, SpaceX has launched the Falcon Heavy a few times now. They launched for the first time in 2018, carrying the famous Tesla Roadster, which now has more than 10 million views, I think, on YouTube. So, that's pretty cool. Of course, their official live coverage. As you can see, we have two amazing shots right there of the Falcon Heavy on the launch pad, thanks to NASA's spaceflight. I was saying, also we saw another Falcon Heavy later in 2021, I think, and then we saw another one, and then we had a 3-year period before the next one, just by the end of last year, which was the NRO. So the last launch that we saw from Falcon Heavy was the USSF-44 mission. So yes, it's the first launch of 2023 for Falcon Heavy, and it's good. So we should be seeing finally more Falcon Heavies launch. But unfortunately, as you can see, today's Falcon Heavy is actually not being reused, not reusing the center core, as it's not going to be using these. SpaceX is not going to be landing the center core, as they want to expand Falcon Heavy, because to get that extra performance. Plus, landing on the barge for Falcon Heavy has only been capable one time during the second Falcon Heavy mission, which unfortunately landed, but sadly didn't make it to the Space Coast because it tumbled over due to high winds. So yeah, SpaceX is kind of frustrating, but it's still, with the side boosters, they were able to land all the time. So hopefully today we'll be seeing that. And I bet after the launch, after booster landing, we'll not be seeing more live coverage from SpaceX. So going to be answering some questions right here. So yeah, so let's get started as always by answering some questions in chat. We have Silver Magazine, shout out to her. Thank you so much. Everything is great. Thank you for the feedback. That's great. So if you have any questions about space or anything else space related, just let me know in the chat and tag me at Kion. Thank you so much for everybody that's just joining. Thank you so much for everybody that's joining so far. If you have any questions due to SpaceX or anything else, let me know in the chat. And also, by the way, you can see that pinned comment right there in the chat. That's for the Discord server. So if you want to join that, we have some cool members and stuff. We have a chat section. I was just chatting with my members about some things, and yeah. But make sure to go right there and join the chat as we go right there. So if you want to also speak with me in person, no, through audio messages, so just go there and join our Discord server. Thank you so much for 2 likes and 4 current viewers. That's very cool. So I hope we can get for a few more viewers with this. I hope you guys also saw the thumbnail. I'm improving a bit of thumbnail work, so I think that looks good. So yeah, we are seeing Falcon Heavy now. We have a few views from NASA spaceflight. So we have this big view. We then have this other views. So we have the Falcon Heavy looking through the side right there, and also far away. Just get this sent over to a friend to stream, which I bet he'll like. So let me just how do I do this? Okay. So if you have any questions of space or anything else, let me know in the chat by tagging at Kion. We had a lot of questions in one of our previous videos, so go right there into the description, in the chat, and tag at Kion. Well, we proceed in today's launch. Everything is looking good so far. Let me just go right here. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got this sent over to a friend, which, if you're familiar with this channel, I do things like, 3D and that. Oh my god, 3 likes. Thank you so much, guys. If you're enjoying the stream so far, maybe, you can probably share the stream with somebody, that you like, because, that will help me really, help supporting the channel. So, go right there and, help us out. And, yeah. Okay. For those that are just joining, we are preparing for the countdown of SpaceX launching the Falcon Heavy on the USSF-67 mission for the USS Space Force. It's launching from Launch Complex 39A. This is Falcon Heavy's 5th launch of overall, in the first launch of 2023. This is not going to be landing the the center core, but it will be landing both side boosters on LZ1 and 2. You can see now we have a new layout display, which is pretty cool. Also, we have life trajectory, so take a look at that. We have ones coming in from SpaceX, so we can be looking at, how everything is looking. So, yep. Thank you so much for all of the views. If you have any questions or just want to say hi, please pop up in the chat of YouTube and just say hi. Or ask a question of space or today's launch or just space in general. So... Also, we have people here in the Discord. I hope they're listening. Discord, Joey, Matt, are you hearing me? I really like to join. I've got to ask here a question on Discord. But if you like to go to our Discord server, make sure to go to the pinned comment and join the Discord. As that will, you can ask questions, and also make sure to follow me on Twitter at Kion_line_guard. So make sure to do that. Okay, continuing on right here with the launch. Everything is looking good so far for today's launch. If you're enjoying the video so far, the stream so far, make sure to give a like and subscribe, because you can it helps me oh my god, guys. You can get notified when I do new content, and yes, so make sure to go right there and hit the subscribe button, and it really helps me a lot. 9 viewers overall. I really like to get to 100. So, yeah, let's see if we can do that. Let's get into some more questions in the chat. So if you have any questions of today's launch, make sure to tag me at Kion in the chat so I can, read through those. So if you have any questions of space or anything else, make sure to tag me at Kion right there. So until now, T-minus 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 27 seconds, we're counting down the countdown for the SpaceX Falcon Heavy. If you're still not looking at the major feature of today's stream, as you can see, we have a countdown and display below with the SpaceX logo and all of the info that you need. So I really like this one, and I'm really excited for the future launches with this countdown. So yep, if you are also enjoying the stream so far and really like to support me, please visit my Patreon page. So go right there in the description, you'll find it, and make sure to join it. You'll get some cool perks like behind the scenes, and also you'll get my blend files and all of those things like 3D art and advanced KSP stuff. And yep. Okay, so we're not having any question, which is pretty weird, because on the last stream we had a few questions. So currently we are waiting for the SpaceX Falcon Heavy launching USSF-67 mission for the USS Space Force. We're just waiting. In under an hour, we'll see this very cool piece of rocket launch from the historic launch complex 39A at Cape Canaveral in Florida. We're just waiting. After launch, we'll get to see the side boosters land. Unfortunately, we don't have second stage footage, as this is a classified mission. So yeah, also we see the beautiful views of Florida, as you can see those two views of the Falcon Heavy rocket. I was almost going to say Falcon 9, but it happens when you see almost every day a Falcon 9 launch. So Falcon Heavy is finally now getting back online after a few years. So the last launch was in 2022, but before that we waited 4 years, I think, 3, sorry, for the next Falcon Heavy mission after the STP-2 mission, I think. coming up also in 40 minutes is the official SpaceX stream. So we're going to be popping up that very soon, as you can see right there. So there we go. So yeah, and we're getting close to 1 hour to launch. So that's pretty exciting. So let's just wait a little bit, and there we go. T minus 1 hour and counting. Let's low. Let's low. Let's go. If you have any questions that you want to answer, that you want me to answer, tag at chat at Kion. I'm kind of sleepy, guys. It's actually night, but you know, it's not that night, but oh my god, I don't know how to say things, guys. So okay, continuing. So, as I said, Falcon Heavy is going to launch from Launch Complex 39A at Cape Canaveral in Florida. The reason why it's launching from Launch Complex 39A and not from any of the other launch complex, if you're not familiar, SpaceX has 2 more launch sites. One at the Space Coast, so at the at the Space Force, so they have launch complex 40, so that's the other launch complex that they have, which is on the west coast. I don't know really. And then they also have Vandenberg, which is where they launch like 2 polar orbits, and they also launched DART from a Falcon 9, which was the mission that tried to make to simulate a phenomenon where an asteroid collides with the Earth. And that's basically where they took the spacecraft and they crashed towards one of the moons of that asteroid. And one of those moons was pretending to be the threat to Earth. Those asteroids were very far from Earth, so don't worry. But that was just a test where the spacecraft named DART, or which impact towards the asteroid to alt its orbit. There we go. 57 minutes until launch, so that's getting exciting. If you have any questions, tag at chat. And if you're enjoying so far, Silver Magazine, I'm talking to you as well. Make sure to share the live stream. So do it on Facebook or whatever. So do it on all the social media platforms, and also with your friends if you're enjoying so far. So that will really help me out. So do that, and while we wait here to launch. So if you have any questions about today's launch, tag me at Kion in chat, or just say Kion and ask your question, because we had a lot of people asking their questions in chat in the previous live stream, so make sure to do that. We are getting close to a launch, so yeah, hope we can get a few questions right here. We have 4 people watching. Oh my god, thank you so much. Let's see if we can get to 100 people. And also, guys, if you're enjoying this channel, this stream so far, which I pushed a lot of effort into it, a bit of effort, make sure to subscribe, because we are like 5 subs away from 100 subscribers, and like every time somebody subscribes, like another person just like unsubscribes or whatever. So make sure to subscribe, because when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to launch a rocket for real, and I'm going to make a video on that. So if you want to get notifications of new videos of 3D, of rockets, of perhaps one day when I can go to see the launches for Probably not this year, but you know, when I can, I'll go there and watch and probably live stream it as well. And maybe, perhaps one day get Starlink, because I really want to get Starlink. Um, it's like $110 per per month in the USA. So yeah. So if you have any questions, tag me at Kion or just ask your question. It can be about space, it could be about today's mission, about satellites, and I'll try my best to answer it. So just drink a little bit of water. So if you have any questions about today's flight, make sure to tag me at Kion. Make sure to tag me at Kion in chat so I can try to answer your question as we wait for the SpaceX launch of the Falcon Heavy in just under an hour. So just under an hour right here. So so make sure you're subscribed, guys, because why not? It's just a button that you need to go in the description. You'll see a button that say subscribe and just click that. Come on, guys. It's just one click. And especially if you are assigned to YouTube, it's just click there. I post videos every single day, but now it's going to be starting on weekends because I have more things to do. So yeah, and make sure to also answer your questions. So let me actually see how many subscribers I do have. 96, guys. A few more clicks, please. Subscribe. Subscribe, guys, please. It really helps me out. Thank you so much for 96 of you that subscribe. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Wow, I really like the thumbnail, guys. I'm just better now in making thumbnails. So if you want me to make a space thumbnail, pay me 10 quid. I'm just joking. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So make sure to subscribe. Yeah, so yeah. Everybody that's just joining, thank you so much. We're preparing for the launch of the SpaceX Falcon Heavy from Launch Complex 39A at Cape Canaveral, from Cape Canaveral, Florida. So today's launch is classified as the USSF-67 mission for the U.S. Space Force. So let's take a look again at the mission details right here. So let's take a look. What? Right. So so you can see right there we have the SpaceX Falcon Heavy. So it's, let me read it more carefully. So it's the USS Space Force. So it's the USS-67 mission. It's launching from Launch Complex 39A at Cape Canaveral Space Center in Florida, as I said. So yeah, it's SpaceX is targeting. So SpaceX is targeting Sunday, January 15, which is today, at 5:56 p.m. Eastern Time, or 22:56 UTC for the Falcon Heavy launch of the USS-67 mission to a geosynchronous orbit, Earth orbit, from the Launch Complex 39A at Cape Canaveral Space Center in Florida. Cape Canaveral, no, Kennedy Space Center in Florida, at the Cape Canaveral. Following booster separation, Falcon Heavy's 2 side core boosters will land on SpaceX's landing zone 1 and 2 at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. The official SpaceX broadcast will start 15 minutes prior to liftoff. So let's just, before we resume the count, before we continue on, there's not a lot of questions. Guys, please ask your questions. Guys, promote this stream, please. I put a lot of effort into it. Okay, so let's take a look at the countdown. So at 53 minutes, which is kind of like now, SpaceX launch director verifies go for propellant load. At 50 minutes, the first stage and side core boosters RP1, which is a rocket-grade kerosene loading begins. At 45 minutes, the first stage and side boosters will start. The LOX, or liquid oxygen, loading begins. At 35 minutes, the second stage RP1 loading starts, or rocket grade kerosene, as I said again. So, and at 18 minutes, the second stage LOX loading begins. At 7 minutes, Falcon Heavy begins engine chill, which basically means that they run a little bit of, I think it's oxygen, through the rocket engine, just to make sure everything is looking good. At 59 seconds, flight director of the onboard flight computer commands to begin final pre-launch checks. Then at 45 minutes, SpaceX launch director verifies a go or no-go for launch. This is pretty important. It involves like range and data and like the weather, and also like boats close to the launch area. 20 seconds, propellant tanks pressurized for flight. Then at 6 seconds, engine controller commands the engine ignition sequence to start. So basically, they light up the 9 Merlin engines on each side of the booster. I say 9 engines, but they're technically 27, as Falcon Heavy has 3 cores, right? So, yeah, and then at T0, Falcon Heavy lifts off, carrying the payload to space. Okay, and after that, at 1 minute and 11 seconds, max Q, which is the point of the maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. Then at 2 minutes 24 seconds, the side booster's engine will cut off, also known as BECO, which is almost like MECO, but instead of the M, which is main engine, it's booster. Then at 2 minutes 28 seconds, the side boosters separate. Then at 2 minutes in 43 seconds, the side booster boost back burns begins, which is basically when they light their engines to fire back towards the landing zone. Keep in mind, the center core is not going to land. The only thing that's going to be landing is the side boosters, because they want to make they want to increase the performance on Falcon Heavy. Then at 3 minutes 52 seconds, the side boosters will boost back. Side boosters boost back burn ends. So basically, they cut off the engines, then they flip around and proceed for the next events. Then at 3 minutes and 55 seconds, the first stage main engine cuts off, which is MECO, as it's just now like a normal Falcon 9 style launch, except for the first stage landing. 3 minutes and 59 seconds, so basically 4 minutes, the center core first stage and second stage separate. So it's basically the stage separation, which is the stage separation. 4 minutes and 5 seconds, the second stage engine starts, or basically it's also called SES, not to confuse with the SES payload like SES-6. Then 4 minutes and 22 seconds, the fairing deploys. So basically the fairing is that shell that protects that structure on top of the rocket. So if you take a look at that, there you go. You can see that nose cone part right on top of the rocket. That's called the fairing, which basically protects the satellite from the structural loads on the atmospheric ascent, and also protects from the Earth's atmosphere. Then, in 6 minutes and 52 seconds, we'll see the side boosters entry burn start, which is basically they need to light up those engines so they don't basically burn through the atmosphere. So they have like a protective shell. That not protective shell. That's how they generate that soot. When you see a Falcon 9 landing, you see them all sooty. That's an interesting video to do. A lot of people already did that, but I'm a YouTuber, so I need to do it anyways. And that's why. It's because they come back all sooty, because the Falcon 9 re-enters through its own plume. So that's pretty cool. And then at 6 minutes 44 seconds, the burn on the side boosters, the entry burn, shuts down. Then at 7 minutes, the side boosters landing will start, and then at 8 minutes, the side boosters will land and shut down the engine. So hopefully that happens. By the way, SpaceX already succeeded all of their landings. Oh my god, all of their landings for all of their Falcon Heavies. So this should be easy. And after that, we'll not be seeing more second stage engine telemetry, because they're going to be ending the broadcast after the engines shut off. So let me also if you're enjoying the stream so far, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because that will really help me out. And you can get notifications for when I publish new videos. So let's also take a look at a graph that SpaceX published in their website. So let's take a look at that. There we go. So on that graph, you can see the mission milestones. It's basically the same, but just in a graph. So we have some cool looking renders. We also have the launch, ascent, and then there's the booster separation. And then we have when the flip maneuver, when the side cores flip, and then they just begin their descent back. Boost back burn is when they fire to go back to the landing zone. And then grid fin deploys, and they do these maneuvers, and then they just start the entry burn. Then they just descend. They start the landing burn, and then both boosters will touch down. And then after that, the state separation, and then fairing, jettison, and then payload separation. But we'll not be seeing that, as I said. And the fairings, I don't know if they're going to try and recover the fairings, but we'll see about that. I really didn't look at that, but yeah. If you have any more questions, make sure to leave them in the chat and tag me at Kion in chat, because it's so fun. I just really like wasting my time. Not wasting my time, but enjoying my time answering your questions. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the chat and tag me at Kion in chat. So let's see if we can keep those coming. 1 hour until Falcon Heavies. All systems and weather conditions are looking good. Yes, let's go. So SpaceX said that everything is go for launch until now. So that's pretty good news. If you're enjoying this stream so far, please guys, it will really help me out if you liked and subscribe, because that just says that I'm making good content. And yeah, so thank you so much for 96 of you that subscribed. So yeah, 30 minutes until SpaceX launches the Falcon Heavy. Sorry, they start the live stream, which is pretty exciting. So yeah. Okay, so you're currently, for those that are just joining, you're watching the Falcon Heavy as it launches from Launch Complex 39A at Cape Canaveral Space Kennedy Space Center in Florida. This is the monstrosity of 27 engines at the bottom of the rocket that will fire and power Falcon Heavy to carry the USSF-67 mission for the U.S. Space Force, the U.S. Space Force, and yeah, they will launch the Falcon Heavy. They will not be recovering the center core, and we are not going to be receiving live views from the second stage. We're going to be only seeing live views from the boosters. Once they touch down, we'll not be seeing any more live coverage. But yes, I'm going to continue after booster lands, so we can answer more of your questions. So if you have any question, please leave them in the chat and tag at Kion. Everything is still looking good so far. I'm now gonna just stick for this view for just a little bit. I'm just getting some extra views for you guys. So yeah, just stay tuned. If you're enjoying the live coverage so far, please guys, make sure you're liked and subscribed, because most of people just don't like the video and they just don't subscribe, because, you know, that's great, but it means that nobody's like, you know, saying if I'm making good content. So it's always great if you guys could just it's just 1 second that you go right there and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that that support, and you know, really helps me out. So make sure to go there and like the video and subscribe. I'm getting just a few extra views for you guys because, you know, as a viewer from Falcon 9, it's always great to have those views to watch from the Falcon Heavy launch. So So just preparing this for you, so make sure to stick there once get all of those views correct. Just reviewing them. Here we have more live views coming through SpaceX from the NASA spaceflight team. Look, here's a nice plug of NASA spaceflight. You can order their new merch, so go right there and help support what they do. I hope NASA spaceflight keeps these views for as long as engine ignition, because I really like to get the shots of the Falcon Heavy. Sometimes NASA spaceflight is a little bit off of the actual launch, things that they go after liftoff. So hope we get those views. Just preparing one more camera view to look at. If you're enjoying the video so far, the stream so far, I consider just going there and subscribing. Oops, sorry guys. Subscribing, which really helps me out, and you can get notifications of new videos. So go right there and hit the subscribe button, which will really help me out growing on YouTube. And you know, we're almost at 100 subscribers, so you know, it's just a button that you need to click. So thank you guys so much for all of 96 of you that have subscribed. So yeah, preparing one more camera view of 2 views, which you guys probably have been seeing for a little bit. So it's just if you're enjoying the video so far, guys, please always remember to like and subscribe. Just getting ready for a new look at the camera view. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, really considering just dropping a like and subscribe, because it really helps me out. For those that want questions, just leave them in the chat and tag me at Kion, so I can try to respond, so we get constant notifications of new products from NASA spaceflight. But yo guys, check out my Blender market. I have, I have things that you can buy. Blender add-ons and you know, things that you can sell. That you can buy to you know, improve your workflow for Blender. So you know, if you're into 3D stuff, yo, check out my things. Really helps me out. So let's just continue on here for SpaceX stuff. Have a new look at our new camera view. So it looks like we're going to probably have a sunset launch of Falcon Heavy. So I'm just pretty excited to look at that. So take a look at our brand new little things. I'm just so excited. Oh my god. We have so many cameras. Please, NASA space flight, don't just keep these cameras. I really wish we got the truck anthem. So yeah. By the way, the hoodies that you're seeing in the advertisement, they're all from NASA space flight. And you know, you can check them out. They're pretty cool. I'll probably link to them. They have some pretty cool merch, and I wish I could buy them, but you know, I'm you know, oh 5555 a video recording. So yeah. If you have any questions, guys, leave them in the chat now before, you know, please, guys, please share the video with more people, please. Just, you know, okay. So as we everything is still looking good so far, as you can see. Look at those views. Oh, thank you so much for NASA Spaceflight. Huge shout out to them, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to their channel. They make these these 24/7 live streams. So without them, it was not going to be possible without them. So thank you so much, NASA Spaceflight, for providing these amazing, gorgeous views, and still let us use the footage for our own broadcast. So thank you so much. Looking ahead for today's flight, just look at those constant. It's just so addictive looking at those beautiful views. MJ Silva's MJ Magazine says, shared everywhere. Great. Thank you. Make sure to do what she's doing, guys. It really helps me. Really helps me. Oh my god. Cams. So, you know. Make sure you do that. Really helps me a lot. And yeah. Okay, I just covered 22. Great. Okay, let's just delete this. Remove, yes, remove, thank you. If you're enjoying this stream so far, guys, please, guys, what you're doing, guys, please just subscribe. We're getting so close to 100 subscribers. Please, that 96 subscribers. That's a never changing, guys. Please. Is this also? I hope this microphone is good. I don't know. Get me some 5x5s in chat. So yeah, still looking ahead. 15 minutes from SpaceX starting their official live stream. So definitely looking forward for more amazing views. By the way, these are not coming from SpaceX. Well, you can consider them coming from SpaceX, but they're not. Guys, thank you so much for everybody that's just watching the stream, you know. Thank you so much. And look, guys, are you hearing me? Could you share the stream on Discord and stuff? really helps me a lot, and a lot of people just don't share the stream, and also a lot of you just don't subscribe. That's pretty weird, isn't it? You guys are not subscribed. They just don't subscribe, and subscribe if you're not already, guys. Really, okay, come on, seriously. Just subscribe. It really helps me a lot. And yep, we're getting into some cool things. So yeah. So please just share this live stream, whenever possible, guys. It really helps me a lot. So thank you so much. So also join our Discord, guys. Join the Discord. The link is on the top of the chat. So just go there and join. It's always great having new members. So yeah, let's just it's always great. So still waiting here for SpaceX's launch of the Falcon Heavy rocket. Oh my god. No, Everyday Astronaut is live. Oh my god. No, okay. Yo, Everyday Astronaut, can you promote my stream? Can you promote my stream? Oh, let me listen to him. Oh, I just opened Unity.
Things that we expect to see. So the full thing that we expect to see basically will the full stack testing. So far we saw kind of a full stack testing, a little mild one here, but we're expecting a full stack test with the wet dress rehearsal hopefully this upcoming week. Soon after that, we're probably expecting to see them destack, take the upper stage off of the booster, and go into doing a 33 engine static fire. We expect to see that, obviously, before they launch.
Yes,
and then somewhere around there, hopefully we start to see the FAA launch license.
Subscribe to Everyday Astronaut.
Then expect to see the orbital launch attempt. But not until this whole thing is green. Once we have the green on the FAA launch license, then you should start really getting excited. But until that happens, any launch date you see is just purely a guess. And if you haven't been able to figure that out from the last year and a half of being a Starship, if you're a Starship watcher for the last year and a half, you know what I'm talking about. As you've hopefully noticed, I try really hard to keep you guys, your expectations tempted. I've been saying since they stacked Booster 4 and Ship 20, I said, don't listen to dates. Look at the milestones. And so far, this is by far the furthest we've gotten to the milestones. So things are getting exciting. It is getting closer to that time to get hype about it, but I'm still waiting until they do a 33 engine static fire. Once that happens, and if that goes well, then it's game time. And yes, I will be there for the 33 engine static fire, streaming from Mars with our awesome,
guys, look at that.
Venting. Let's
Look
get to some of your guys' questions. Of course, as you guys know, ask some questions in chat. Our mods will pick them up.
Thank you so much.
We'll hang out with you guys. And
look at that. Oh my god. Look at that. That's venting, guys. You're looking live at SpaceX's Falcon Heavy as it vents into space. It's getting close, guys. We're just only 10 minutes away from the big stream views, okay? Oh god, I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited, guys. So make sure you're liked and subscribed because all of these views are very cool. So subscribe. Please guys, subscribe. That will really help me a lot. Thank you so much. So look at these views. So let's put on the 2 known views. No, let's put this one. Yeah, I like this one. Vote, guys. Vote on your favorite stream. Start a Q&A. What is your favorite cam? What's your favorite cam on today's stream? On today's stream. Oh, cool. Guys, top chat. Guys, just, vote. Q&A. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's this. Guys, thank you so much for all of the likes. Can we really get to 100 subscribers? Please, guys. We're stuck at 96. We earned 96 from one, but, Oh, SpaceX is starting the live stream, guys. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let me put my phone. Oh my god. Okay, guys, here we go. This is the live. You're hearing the official. I hope I don't get copyrighted. I think this is copyrighted content. Just guys, let's enjoy SpaceX Falcon Heavy. Here we go. This is the official SpaceX live stream. Here we go, guys. This is getting intense. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's go. It's so fun. Guys, subscribe, please. 100 subs, please. Please. Can we do it? Falcon Heavy Day, please, guys. Do this for me. Yes, I know. Subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, 431 views on that ABL short. That's pretty cool. I hope you guys can hear me over this beautiful voice. Oh god, I hope this stream is good. I'm just going to shut down. There we go, much better. Guys, if you have any question, leave them in the chat and tag me at Kion. Okay, guys? Oh, this is so good. We should get into that intro. I really like the intro. Let's do it. This is Falcon Heavy, okay? Okay, let's get that intro. Okay, this is Falcon Heavy, okay? This is live view on Falcon Heavy. Let's take a look at the intro. They should be okay. Resuming, this is Falcon Heavy. I just can't stop looking at this gorgeous view. Okay, let's look at the SpaceX. Sorry guys, I'm just too excited for this. I'm looking at the SpaceX Falcon. Oh my god. Look at this music, guys. You can jazz along. Okay, questions in chat, guys. Questions, guys. Please ask questions in chat. Can you guys answer questions? Yes. Okay. Stop. We're only 15 minutes away, guys. 16 minutes away from the liftoff of the Falcon Heavy. Oh my god, let's go. Here we go.
Nice launch checkdown countdown net. Pad is
This is
clear.
the intro. This is the
10,
intro.
9,
Let's listen.
8,
Launch auto sequence has
7,
started.
Started.
6,
3,
5,
5,
4,
4, 3,
2,
1.
Go for
Go for
launch.
launch. There we go. There's the beautiful intro, SpaceX. That's so beautiful. Look at that. You're the starship. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Look at that. That's so cool.
Stage separation confirmed. Dragon separation confirmed. Stage 1 is transonic.
Look at that.
Like that
Oh
deployed.
my god, you can see the Astra launch pad.
And Falcon 9 has
Look at that. That's what we should see. That's what we should see. Oh, look at that. And
Hello,
look at
everyone.
that.
You
Oh,
are looking at a
Jesse.
live view of Falcon Heavy on historic Launch Complex
Hello.
39A at Kennedy Space Center, awaiting liftoff at 5:56 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to our live webcast of the USSF-67 mission from SpaceX headquarters
So exciting,
in Hawthorne,
guys.
California. My name is Jesse Anderson. I'm a
Hi,
production
Jesse.
engineering manager here at SpaceX, and I am so excited to be here with you today, bringing you coverage of our first Falcon Heavy mission this year and fifth of all time. Today's mission is a national security space launch mission for the United States
I was
Space
right
Force,
on the
our second Falcon Heavy
fifth
mission for
rocket.
the Space Force in about 2 months. Now, just like USSF-44 last November, USSF-67 will launch into a geosynchronous Earth orbit from Launch Complex 39A in Florida. Now, additionally, at the request of our customer, we will again not be showing views of the payload. So we will be ending the webcast just after Falcon Heavy side boosters make their way back to land on Landing Zone 1 and Landing Zone 2 around the T+8 minute mark into flight. Now, in addition to covering today's launch, we're excited
Look
to be
at that
joining you
view.
this
Oh.
weekend as
Oh my
Monday is
God.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Every third Monday of January, we celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for racial justice and equality for all. Here at SpaceX, we believe that in order to achieve our goals of making humanity multiplanetary, it is essential to create a team with diverse backgrounds and cultures. As we remember Dr. King's legacy this weekend, I hope that we can keep working towards furthering equality every day of the year. Now back to the mission at hand. At T-minus 13 minutes and counting, all systems are currently go for an on-time liftoff. The vehicle is nearly fully loaded with propellants and will complete at T-minus 2 minutes. The range is also green and ready to support. If for some reason we do not launch today, we do have a backup opportunity tomorrow at the same time. Now, at just under T-minus 13 minutes, let's take a closer look at the Falcon Heavy vehicle that you see there on your screen. Falcon Heavy is essentially 3 Falcon 9 rockets strapped together, which means it can carry much larger payloads, not only to Earth orbit, but to the Moon and Mars as well. Now, like Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy is a 2-stage launch vehicle. Now, the big difference is that the Falcon Heavy first stage is comprised of 3 cores, whereas Falcon 9 only has 1. Falcon Heavy has 28 engines in total. Each of these cores has 9 M1D engines, making for a total of 27 engines across all 3 boosters, which you can see there on your screen. The 28th engine is a Merlin vacuum engine on the 2nd stage and will power the payload to its final targeted orbit.
Right. Yeah.
Now, altogether, the Merlin 1D engines at the base of Falcon Heavy produce 5 million pounds of thrust. That's equal to 18 747s at takeoff. Now, in fact, the engines produce so much power that we don't run them at full thrust all at once until after liftoff. About 2.5 minutes into flight, the 2 side boosters will separate from the center core and come back down to Earth for simultaneous landings at Landing Zone 1.
Look at
and
that.
Landing
That's
Zone 2, which you can
LZ1
see there
and
on your
LZ2.
screen.
That's so cool.
If successfully recovered,
Sunset.
these side
Oh
boosters
my
will be
God.
refurbished and used in
Sunset
a
launch.
future national
Sunset
security
launch. This
space
could
launch.
be cool.
Now, upon side booster separation, the center core will keep firing for about 90 seconds before shutting down its engines and then perform a standard stage separation from the 2nd stage. We will not be attempting to land our center core today as the mission requires more performance. Now, this means that in order to get our payload to where it needs to go for today's mission, the center core will burn the fuel that we would typically use for recovery. And for those of you looking closely, that is why you don't see any landing legs or grid fins on the center core. Now moving towards the top of the vehicle, once the first and second stage separate, the second stage will propel our payload to its intended orbit. At our customer's request, we will not be showing views of stage 2, so immediately after the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage fires up, we'll be directing all of our attention to the landing of our side boosters. Now above the second stage is where our payload is safely enclosed inside of the fairing. That's at the very top of the rocket there on your screen. The fairing protects the payload from aerothermal loads, heating, and contamination during ascent. Now once we reach the vacuum of space, we will jettison the fairing as the second stage continues on its journey to orbit. And we will be attempting to recover the fairing halves today with our recovery vessel.
Okay, they're trying to land. They're
now,
trying to recover.
As I mentioned earlier, today's launch, USSF-67, is a national security space launch mission for the United States Space Force. Now let's learn a bit more from our customer about today's mission.
Okay, here we go. Let's learn more about the payload. Let's see.
We depend on space every day to support our way of life, our supply chain, financial systems, weather tracking, and power grids, as well as air, land, and maritime infrastructure. Our U.S. military is the strongest and best equipped force in the world.
F-16s!
In the heavily
Falcon,
contested space domain,
Falcon.
Space Systems Command leads a team of roughly 15,000 guardians, airmen, civilians, and contractors. Headquartered in El Segundo, California, our unbeatable team operates from multiple locations across the U.S. and includes 2 space launch deltas, SLD-45 at Patrick Space Force Base and SLD-30 at Vandenberg Space Force Base. Through unity of effort across the space acquisition enterprise, Space Systems Command delivers to warfighters integrated and resilient space capabilities through 5 program executive offices. Assured access to space, procures launch services and delivers on-orbit capabilities faster and more frequently than ever before, while sustaining ranges for the United States Space Force and commercial partners. Battle Management Command, Control, and Communication delivers tactical and operational command and control capabilities to warfighters, facilitating timely.
Okay, guys, let's take a look at, while we wait for that. Oh, no. I can stop watching it. Okay, let's put a little bit of this. Okay, while you are watching the views of Falcon Heavy, oh my god, just take a look at this. No, let's take a look.
Communicate, positioning, navigation, and timing. Ensures the delivery of resilient capabilities.
So, Falcon Heavy is going to launch. Everything is looking good so far. It's going to be the first Falcon Heavy launching at sunset, as you can see right there. So, there we go. Back to the video. But yeah, everything is looking good so far. I'm pretty excited for today's launch, and yeah, it's going to be the first launch of a sunset Falcon 9. So yeah, everything is looking good so far, guys. To everything work better, okay, you should be subscribed. Just subscribe, you know.
At 5 seconds, the SpaceX countdown for launch of our 4th operational Falcon Heavy flight. Our go. Following a successful static fire this past Tuesday, Falcon Heavy rolled out to the pad with the payload at 5:45 vertical, about half hours late. Now, before we began the webcast, the SpaceX launch director.
RP1 load is complete.
RP1 load is
SpaceX launch director pulled the members of the launch team and got a go for propellant loading and launch. Now, we're currently loading propellant on all 3 first stage boosters as well as the second stage. Now you may be able to hear the live rocket sounds from our launch pad. The pops and hissing sounds that you hear are from propellant loading, as well as the launch mount and strong back that the propellant is going through.
That's cool.
Falcon Heavy uses two propellants, a refined form of kerosene called RP1, or Rocket Propellant 1, as a fuel, and LOX, or liquid oxygen, as an oxidizer. Now, an oxidizer is a type of chemical that a fuel requires in order to burn. The liquid oxygen is chilled below its boiling point so that it has a much greater amount of mass per volume. So basically, we can load more of it into the vehicle. Our fuel is RP1, essentially a purified kerosene. It is safe, easily available, and of history. And in fact, the Saturn V first stage flown from this very pad on the moon missions also used liquid oxygen and kerosene. And in addition to these two propellants, we also use the chemical TTEB, or triethyl aluminum and triethyl borane, as an ignition source. The combustion of RP1 and liquid oxygen is what makes the rocket go, and it's the TTEB that sets the match to the propellant mix. Now, next up, the trusted structure next to the vehicle.
Tanks are pressing for a strong back retract.
And there's that call out just in time. The structure next to the vehicle is called the strong back, or the TE. And in preparation for the clamp arms will be in. There's clamp arms that just there on your screen below the fairing. Those will begin to open up, and once they are fully open,
Strong back retract in progress.
Okay.
once they're fully open, then the TE, or the transporter erector, can begin to retract away from the vehicle. And we did hear that call out that the TE retraction process has begun. Now, as I mentioned earlier, today's launch marks our second Falcon Heavy flight in just 11 weeks. And for those of you following along, a lot will happen in the first 4 minutes of flight. And there you can see on your screen that the clamp arms have begun to open. Once those are fully open, the TE can begin to retract away from the vehicle. Now again, a lot will happen in the first 4 minutes of flight. First, we will light the two side boosters, followed by
booster LOX load is complete.
Followed by the center core. And about 40 seconds after liftoff, we will decrease power on the two side boosters to prepare for max Q, after which Falcon Heavy will throttle back up to full power on the side boosters. Now, 2 minutes into flight, we will...
booster LOX load is complete.
2 minutes into flight, we will again reduce thrust on the two side boosters, this time to decrease forces on the rocket structure, as the vehicle is now much lighter, but thrust is constant. Now, 2.5 minutes into flight, we will fully turn off the side boosters with booster engine cutoff, or what we call BECO. The pneumatic separation
Center
system.
core LOX load complete.
Getting good calls. I'm going to pause for each one of those. The pneumatic separation system on the center core then unlocks the two side boosters and pushes them away. Now, once we are clear of the side boosters, the center core throttles up to full power until the center core shuts down with main engine cutoff, or what we call MECO, and then separates from the second stage around the 4 minute mark. And as a reminder, we will not be attempting to recover the center core today, as the mission requires more performance. Now, for those of you looking closely, this is why you don't see any landing legs or grid fins on the center core. And from this point on, very similar to a Falcon 9 mission, the side boosters will be making their way back down to Earth for recovery. The fairing will separate, and the second stage will take the USSF-67 payload out into space. Now, as a reminder, at the request of our customer, we will not be showing views of the payload, so we will be ending the webcast just after our side boosters.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
Just after our side boosters make their way back down to land on landing zone 1 and landing zone 2, a little after the T+8 minute mark into flight. And as we've mentioned before, launch is hard, and Falcon Heavy is no exception. We are essentially counting down 3 rockets simultaneously, so our team is going to be conservative in case anything pops up in the last couple minutes of the countdown. Now, if for some reason we don't launch today, we do have a backup opportunity tomorrow at the same time. And we did also hear those callouts that propellant loading is now complete on Falcon Heavy.
Alright, gas closeouts.
So we are now going to vent out the liquid oxygen line on the transporter erector. Next up will be Falcon Heavy in startup. And that will be at the T-1 minute mark.
We'll lower
That's
down
where
the
the
SpaceX
internal
broadcast.
flight computers take over the launch countdown.
Here we go, 10 seconds before 1 minute. Okay, here we go.
Great news about startup. We're now just waiting for
Here
the
we
final
go,
call
here we
from the
go,
launch
final
director.
call. Final call, go for launch. Go for launch, go for launch, go for launch.
This is the mission director. Go for launch.
Let's go.
And excellent news, all systems
go,
are
let's go,
go
let's
for
go.
launch of Falcon Heavy with USSF-67.
Let's count down. T-minus 30 seconds until liftoff. Final
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Here we go. Stand by. T-minus 20 seconds. Oh my god, that was loud. Here we go. 20 seconds. 15
seconds.
15. Here we go. Let's count down, everybody. Everybody in chat. Let's go.
T-minus 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition
Power.
and liftoff of Falcon Heavy carrying USS-67 for the USS Space Force.
Booster chamber pressures are nominal.
Here we go, live tracking from the onboard flight. Oh my god, look at that. Get the roars. Let's get that sound.
T plus 40 seconds into flight under the power of 5 million pounds of thrust.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon Heavy is headed to space. Now we did throttle down the engines around the T plus 40 second mark
Supersonic.
in preparation for max Q.
Max Q.
And great call out there that we have passed through max Q. That's the largest mechanical stress on the vehicle on ascent. And incredible, incredible views there on your screen. Falcon Heavy in flight.
Transitions
Now next
through
events
those
coming
beautiful.
up will be booster engine cutoff or BECO, followed by separation of the side boosters, and followed by their side booster boost back burns.
We just
And
passed
then
max
will be
Q,
center
which is
core
the maximum aerodynamic pressure
and
on the
MECO.
vehicle. Here we go, stand by.
And those events coming up here just under a minute away. That will be BECO. That's where the side boosters engines will shut down. The center core will push those side boosters away from the vehicle. Then those two side boosters can begin to make their way back down to Earth with their
Look at
boost
those
back
views. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's go.
And on your right-hand screen, you could see the views from each of those side boosters. Really incredible views here. Again, we will have BECO, side booster, boost back burn, followed by main engine cutoff of the center core here in just a few seconds.
There we go, BECO. Booster engine cutoff and state separation. There we go.
Side booster separation.
Confirmed. Look at those beautiful shots.
Side core booster startup.
Incredible views. We just had BECO and separation of the side boosters, and you can see on your left-hand screen that the side boosters have lit back up. They are now in their boost back burn, making their way back down to Earth.
Whoa, look at those beautiful shots, guys.
Now, those side boosters are returning to Florida under the power of 3 engines. That's 3 of the 9 M1D engines.
They don't seem to have onboard cameras now.
So next up will be the conclusion. Next up will be the conclusion of those side booster boost back burns, followed by MECO on the center core, as well as stage separation of the center core and the second stage, and then SES-1 or second stage engine start 1.
This
Now, as I mentioned previously,
back
per the
and forth.
request of our
Okay.
customer, we won't be showing second stage views after SES-1. And additionally, our center core or stage 1 is expendable today, so we will not be attempting to recover that vehicle, but we should have some great views like we are seeing right now.
Core boost back shut down.
We should have some great views of those side boosters touching
Coming
down
up
for
on
landing.
MECO, main engine
MECO.
cutoff. Look at that.
Stage separation confirmed.
State separation is confirmed. Look at that. And AMBAC startup. Confirmed. Look at that. Beautiful. So now the second stage is going to continue its way to orbit. And the first stage is going to crash. Oh my god, they just saw that, guys? Oh my god. We saw a replay from the launch almost. Oh my god, that was so scary. Look at that. Look at those views. Look at the views. Stand by for fairing deployment. All vehicles are following nominal trajectory, so that means first side boosters and second stage. The first stage is going to crash back down to the Atlantic Ocean due to the maximum power of Falcon Heavy, of the expendable. You can see those plumes of thrust coming down. As you can see, look at those. We have live trajectory actually. So let's pop that up actually. So here it is, a live trajectory from the Falcon Heavy. If we'll take a look at that, those beautiful, gorgeous shots of Falcon Heavy. Just switching through views. Stand by for the entry. There we go. There's live entry startup. There we go. Stand by for a landing. Stand by for the landing. Switching through views. Oh my god. Are they going to fail? Oh my god. Okay. Confirmation. Look at those landing burn start. There we go. There's landing burn. Look at those sonic booms. Yay, they made it. They made it, guys. They landed. They landed. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Ah, that's so beautiful. That was so beautiful.
To thank the United States Space Force for entrusting us with today's mission. Thank you to the Range and the Federal Aviation Administration for licensing today's launch. And we'd like to thank all of you, our viewers, for tuning in. Now, if you're interested, head over to our website and social media platforms for updates on our next missions and milestones. We hope that you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again soon.
Guys, I'm still going to continue the live stream, so whoa, I have to say it, holy crap, that was amazing. So, yeah, we saw the Falcon Heavy launch. I'm going to actually put a replay from one of our cams, just so you guys can see. So let's, position right here, a replay of the launch. So, so yeah, that was truly incredible to watch. So let's position here a replay of the launch. So here we go. It's from one of our cameras here. Let's take a look at this one. This one first. It's just so many live cameras that we can. I just cannot describe it. This was just a great launch. So now the second stage is continuing its way to orbit, and while we wait for that, check out this replay right here. So there we go. There's engine ignition and liftoff. Look at that. That's just so beautiful, and look at that tracking. That's so beautiful. So yeah, so that was it, guys. That was an amazing launch of Falcon Heavy. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the live stream. I really wish we got a lot of views. I hope we get a few more subscribers. So make sure you're like and subscribe, because guys, a lot of people just you know, just don't like the video. They just don't like the video, guys, and don't subscribe, and that really means, like, you know, that I just don't know what I'm doing. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, so you know, you can get notified when new videos are you know, coming to life. So those are the live views right there. And, yeah, I'm going to be streaming, like, here for, like, 5 more minutes or whatever, so make sure to just, comment, ask a question if you have. So, well, we continue watching those. Look at that. That's just an amazing, sight to see. So, if you have any questions, just, leave in chat. I'm just, eat. So yeah, and resume. Falcon Heavy successfully lifted off. Let's just take a look at those replays of the Falcon Heavy. So yeah, if you enjoyed the live stream, guys, please leave a like and subscribe. That really helps me out, and I need to relook at that. That was just so beautiful. I couldn't digest the whole thing in one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the live coverage of the SpaceX Falcon Heavy USSF-67 mission for the national, you know, for the oh my god, I don't know what to say. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So let's just get a few shots. Let's get this one right now. So look at that. That's pretty cool. So guys, we did it. Look at that. That's pretty cool right there. So guys, thank you so much for watching this whole entire stream. And yeah, now I need to, like, edit it down, but you know, I hope you guys enjoy today's live stream. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, this is your final chat answer, your final opportunity to answer. But also, there's going to be other launches soon. Tomorrow I'm not going to be releasing videos. I could be releasing a video or two, but tomorrow I just can't. I'm uploading videos for another YouTube channel. So if you like to maybe perhaps take a look at that. I don't know. The next one is January 18th. Oh my god. And then 19th. You're joking. 18th and 19th. Great. All launches. GPS 3, space vehicle number 6. Then 23 is going to be Rocket Lab. Great. So yep. That's going to be exciting to watch. So you know, guys, make sure you're like and subscribe, because if you're probably not subscribed, you're probably going to miss some of the videos that are coming out. I really like to get to 100 subs, guys. So you know, like and sub, and yeah, guys, I'm probably going to end the stream because you know, yeah, 3 viewers. Thank you guys so much. This is your last chance to ask a question, and so if you have any questions, make sure to leave them and tag me at Kion, as always, in the chat. But yeah, I think this is going to be it, guys, for this historic launch of Falcon Heavy carrying the USSF-67 mission. So, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, just please, guys, whack in the comments. Just, you know, subscribe, because that really helps me out, and I really wish I was like Everyday Astronaut and getting 15k viewers still watching. So, please just, you know, like and subscribe. And let me actually take a look, and you know, yeah, I'm just let me just, you know, ask. Hi. Let me just hear.
Chat. Well, thank you, Felix. It was really, really nice to see that this worked and that I was able to give you.
So yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of today's stream. I hope you enjoy, and you know, always like and sub. And guys, I really wish we could get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. So if you really like to be a part of that, just you know, go right there, like and subscribe. It's just a button that you need to click, and probably if you want to be more specific and be more awesome, you know, just turn the notifications on. It's just so you can get new content, and I upload videos every single weekend now, so make sure to go there. And also I do these streams, and also how to be a good YouTuber and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's just, you know, you just go right there, you just hit the subscribe button. You just need to do that. You see that little button that says subscribe? Just click it, nothing else, okay? And then, you know, just live your rest of life. It's not a scam. It's just it's just a button that you'll get notifications for new videos. And also, you know, it helps me growing my YouTube channel, because I wish I started my YouTube channel like 10 years ago, because yes, but yes, guys, that's going to be the end of today's stream. If you enjoy it, you know, it's always fun making these live streams, and you know, I hope you have a rest of an awesome day. I'm going to have like 2 more minutes to just digest what happened, this amazing launch, and you guys subscribe, and I'll see you nerds in the next video. So guys, like Like and subscribe. My name is Kion, and I'll see you all space nerds later.